Welcome back, House of Five family. As promised, we're going to be doing a video today on the cash envelope system that Dave Ramsey, I think more than any other, has made popular. I'm going to show you how I put my envelopes together. We're also going to do an unboxing of my new wallet from Conscious Wallet. It's super cute. Hope you like it, and I hope you get something out of it. Stay tuned for about 6 seconds and we'll be right back. All right, everybody. Well, welcome back again. My name is Wendy, and I am one half of the House of Five podcast, and we are so glad that you are here. We're all about helping moms and dads on the road to financial independence save more, spend less, dump debt, and build wealth. And that's why we're going to be covering the cash envelope system today. I don't always use it a lot anymore. However, in the past, we did use it. And what I think it is helpful for, really helpful for, especially if maybe you're newer to the journey to debt freedom or financial independence, because it helps build discipline. It also gives you a better awareness of how much you're spending and where you're spending your money. And it forces you to just be intentional about staying on track with your budget and getting into that mindset of when the money is gone for that particular area, it's gone until the next time for a new allotment of money, whether that's the next week or the next month budget. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera on to the wallet, and let's unbox this beauty. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and unbox this awesome wallet from Conscious Wallet. And I got this off of Amazon. And so I'll go ahead and I will link that down below as well. All right, so awesome. Let me get this out of the way. All right, so what I liked about this wallet was that it's just simple. Like, it's not too fat. It's got this little strap on it for a clutch. And then it's got these ring binders here to put in several things that they've got in here. So let's see here. We're going to have our stickers. We'll use those later. And then budget sheets, which you can put into here. And then what I like about this is that there's plenty of different envelopes that you can put your money in, and then put a sticker up here at the top to label them. Or if you want, you can just keep them in there. I'm not sure which I'll do yet. I'm sure that will just come down to, after I use it, what seems to make the most sense. And then you've got a little slot right here for a debit card if you want, and your license. Another little pouch with room for more cards, and a coin pouch, and then also more cards, and a little thing right here for a pen. So it's really got everything that you need if you're going to go to the store. So super excited to start using this. All right, so now I'm going to show you how I divvy out my cash at payday. Now you can do this as often as you want. I typically put spending on a weekly allowance, so I will divvy it up for weeks. Cut that. So I typically do it based upon a week. That way I don't overspend, and that there's still money for later in the month. We only get paid once a month, twice. So during the last part of the month, we really do have to stretch our budget. And so allotting it by week at the end of the month actually helps us stay on budget and not end up with zero money at the end of the month. You can make your categories anything you want. As you can see here, the 3 categories that I'm going to have are grow. Oops. Oh my goodness. All right. Grow. Groceries. There we go. All right. From my brain to my fingers does not always work. And then this is dining out. And then personal, me, and then personal, Kurt, and then some of the other things that we use cash. Most of the time is fuel. That's for our vehicles, and then gifts. We don't, and then maybe home improvement. We don't do a whole lot of other cash spending. Everything else is typically done with our debit card so that I can track it. So let's see which envelopes I want to use for each one. That one makes sense for dining out. Let's see if there's a car. That one makes sense for food, car. Maybe personal. But all I'm going to use this week is these 3. So here we go. All right, so this is personal spending. I'm going to put it right here. And then this is going to be groceries. Oops. And then we've got dining out. And as I'm recording it, it is Pizza Friday. So we are going to actually order out pizza. We've been making it home for quite a few weeks, but I'm still getting over my surgery. And so I am taking it easy, and we're just going to go ahead and order out this week. All right. So let's see. 20, 40, 5, 50. That will be personal spending. Curtis is already having his personal spending because he went golfing today. So that's why you don't see him on here. He's already taken his cash for the day. So see, the cash fits nicely in there. You can slide that right back in there. All right. And then let's see, dining out, that's another $50. 20, 40, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That will be dining out money. There we go. Put that in there. All right. And then groceries. And that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. We have a large family of 7 currently in the house. My daughter does not live with us. She's in Arizona. So this $120 is basically money for this last part of the month why isn't that going down? There we go. Just fill up on things. We've already done our 2 big grocery hauls for the month. And so we are pretty stocked up on everything. But this last $120 will be for things like that we run out of. Like I know I am out of a few of the foods that I need to eat after my surgery. And then things like produce or milk or whatever else we may have run out of. So that's why it's not very much towards the end of the month, and that's okay. All right. So that is how I would stuff my envelopes. And then I will probably, let's see, how does this open? Oh, there we go. Here we go. Slide them in here like this. There we go. And then little budget sheets can go right there. I'm not sure if I'll use these or not. I have a check register I use, but for now I'm going to put those in there. And now once I put in, transfer everything over from my other wallet to this will be my new wallet, and it's awesome. It's going to work really good, I think. So that is how I use our cash envelope system when we use it. I know if you watched our video on the differences between the financial independence community and Dave Ramsey, which I will link that above, I did indicate that I don't always use cash much anymore, that I prefer to do it with my debit card for a number of reasons. And that's really going to launch me into just explaining to you some of the pros and cons of using a cash envelope system. As I stated in the intro, one of the reasons that you really might want to consider using a cash envelope system for your discretionary spending is to gain discipline. So to gain control of how you spend your money, to stay on budget, and just build an awareness of your spending habits. It's really good for all three of those things. And maybe even just using the cash envelope system temporarily will give you a bunch of benefit. And that is what I have found. The other really important thing to know is that there are studies that have shown that people actually do spend less when they use their cash. And it's because of the psychology of it. And it's really easy to swipe a card and really not put two and two together of how much you're actually spending, or maybe you forgot that you swiped it this morning as well. But if you're using cash and you know, I only have a 20 in my wallet, well, if you spent 15 of it this morning, you only have $5 left. And so that's kind of what this study shows. And I'll link a summary of the most recent study from 2018 in the notes down below. And essentially it says, it corroborates all of that, in that it is much easier to spend when you're using a card, whether it is a debit card or a credit card. You tend to spend more first when you use a credit card, followed by a debit card, and then the last thing is cash. So on the spectrum of how freely we are to spend, cash is the best. Now, there are some cons, and I've already hinted to one of those, at least for me at least, and that is that when I use my debit card, it helps me track. It leaves out a step if I'm using my cash. I can still track with my cash, but I have to make sure that I keep the receipt. Then I have to make sure that I go back in and manually add that entry. And this mama of six, who is super busy and just, distance learning, that's all that I really need to say, right? Like, I don't have time for that. And so paying with things with my debit card for me is what saves me time. And so I do prefer. I do give myself cash, especially for things like personal spending. When I go to get my toes done or my eyebrows waxed, I take cash with me in that instance, because I know that the ladies that do those services prefer cash. So it's not to say that I don't use cash. It's just that it is much easier for me to track. The other thing is that online ordering is becoming more of a convenience in our world. I order my groceries online. I order a lot of my other needs online from different stores. And especially during this pandemic, it has been much easier to order things online and pick them up than to go in the store. I'm staying out of the stores. And so, even before this pandemic, we're moving to a digital lifestyle. And so that's another con of using cash. But as I said before, it is a valuable practice for you to do, especially if you are newer. It will help you be disciplined and get your spending on track. So I do hope that this example to you of how to fill your wallet and portion out your cash has been helpful. You can have an envelope for any category that you think is appropriate. Yeah, and just give it a try. And if you like the wallet that I have, I'll link that down below, but you can certainly use multiple other different variations. Hi, baby. I'm trying to film right now, okay? Can you lay down? He's so needy. Yes, so anyways, yes, I've used in the past, used like the a little expando coupon plastic envelopes, that works. And then just plain old little envelopes writing on the outside. That works perfectly too. So there's just, you do what works for you and works within your budget. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming. And if you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. We recently hit 600 and I'm so happy. Thank you all so much. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year so that we can get monetized and just get the word out to people and help them just have better financial futures. So help us get the word out by subscribing, hitting that like and notification bell so YouTube knows that we have good stuff and people like it. All right, guys. Bye.